Daybreakers. Sadly, I could not find Night of Demons 3. Well, unless torrented it, and my torrent system's very slow. Stupid Aries. Anyway, Daybreakers. I was watching this film while talking to Dustin, so I might not have gotten the more finer points of the film, but I can read lips. No, I can't. But anyway, I watched it, listened to it. It's different. It's a lot different than any other vampire film I have seen. It's very modernized or semi-quasi-future, as in it takes place in the year 2019, very close to 2020, and somehow they survived the tragedy of 2012. But hey, they're vampires. In here, it's really neat. The vampires are the dominant species on Earth, and the humans are the minority and the food. And the whole premise of the film is that these vampires will run out of food. Just like, only so much. There's like probably to humans, maybe it's like 10 to 1, possibly, and we're running out of humans, and they're showing the effects of not blood withdrawal, but the starvation from blood. If they don't have blood too long, they revert back to a very primal, primitive. They devolve into this bat-like creature, which I like that. I like that idea. It's pretty cool. I love that. And the other things in here that I did really enjoy, it's very actiony. It's very gory. There's muscle cars. It's very, in a sense, it is kind of like John Carpenter's Vampires. We got crossbows, we got muscle cars. We're killing vampires, but different that the population has switched. It's been a momentum shift, and in that shift, it's a nice different kind of look on things. Sadly, they haven't created True Blood yet. The whole premise of that show is that Japanese scientists figured out the formula of blood and they can synthesize it, and so they made True Blood. And when that was made, it was like, hey, we don't need to eat off humans anymore, so let's reveal ourselves to the public. And it's like they came out of the coffin and stuff like that, whatever. And in here, I just these vampires are very the Blade traditional type of vampires. They're very they're pale, they have yellow eyes, their fangs are always protruded, they have slightly pointed ears. I like that. I love when vampires have pointed ears. And these vampires are not very mystical. They don't have that kind of wise arcane kind of thing to them. They don't have this greater nearly omnipresent kind of knowledge and fortworth of like being not godlike, but being an older thing. Something that's been around a long time. These vampires have been vampires for a couple years, maybe a decade or so, but they still act like humans. They have greed, they have lust, they have all the things that make us human, but they just don't have that mysticism. They don't have that mystery to them. They don't have that, Castlevania Dracula. They don't have that Bela Lugosi, and they don't have that thing that makes them feel like they've been around for a very, very, very long time. And the world itself, I really do like. I really do like the underground world where everything's like that. And they need to have their blood to sustain themselves, but they can also eat other food as well. It's like they put like blood in their coffee and stuff like that. I guess it'd be hard just going from donuts to blood right away after being a while. Been human most all your life, and transition, I would guess, would be very jarring. Well, I'm just hip-hopping all of this. The thing we also know that they found a cure, and the cure itself is it's lame. I think it is a bit lame how they turn human, as it were, back to human. It isn't very. They kind of make it look all scientific, but it's just kind of like 1 + 2 = cured human. I mean, cured vampire to human, and it's pretty good. Other things in vampire lore, I do like this: when they die, when they get staked, they explode into flames, into ash, as it were, ash flames, whatever. Same things. The ashes is residual flames. I really like that. That was really nice. Another thing that I like in here, it's a fast-paced film. There's quite actiony. It's very espionage, kind of guerrilla tactics for the humans. But it's nice to see vampires being vampires, and it's sad that this film didn't do that well at the box office because, you know, it just came out of nowhere, really. And during the Twilight fame and all that kind of crap, that Mormon propaganda of that we should save it for marriage and fucking as a teenager is wrong, and you know, there's not even a single drop of blood, and it's very just really glammed up, take the guts out type fairy tales of really unhealthy relationships, you know? And it's just like, wow. Sabretooth from the X-Men has more healthier relationships with probably dead hookers than, and rape victims than, Edward and Bella have. But, getting off topic here, check it out. I approve. I approves. But one little nitpick. I was talking to Dustin Duke or Cornboy, whatever, and we're on the thing where why couldn't they just breed humans? You know, keep them in captivity, or just inseminate the women and like grow the babies up and just like milk them like cows. You don't milk cows 24/7. You milk them for 5 minutes, then you let them replenish. Why don't you do that with humans? You know, you got a bunch of humans through the day, like every other, I don't know, there's one point in the day you milk them for blood for 5 minutes straight, you let them replenish. You give them a healthy food and diet and stuff like that. You know, you have an endless supply right there. Is just the greedy kind of, what do you call it, corporate tycoon idea. Will suck them dry, we'll get every drop out and like throw them away like a used toothpaste dispenser. But, yeah. By Daybreakers.